Hey guys, Jobin here. Got a weird little problem with the pocket clip screws on the Sanrenmu 763 that I figured out a solution to. This started sometime last week. Somebody wrote to me and said they have a 763 and they wanted to change the pocket clip to the left side, and they were having trouble. They couldn't find a bit that would fit the screws. So they tried torx bits, they tried Allen keys, and weren't having any luck. So I said, that's really weird, because I thought I remember back in the day, the aluminum 763 I had before this, that I ended up losing. I remember just using a torx bit, flipping the screws to the other side, carry it in my left pocket. But I went and got the ones I had now, and he was right. I couldn't. I tried like the standard torx bits, and I tried all like the Allen wrenches I had in my house, and nothing quite fit right. A little later on, I ended up picking up a metric set of hex bits, and the smallest one almost fit, but again, not quite. So I have no idea what's going on there. Bad batch of screws, they're out of spec, using some bizarro driver, I don't know. But I do have a solution. Basically, what you need to do is you need to make, even though this is a Allen screw, or Allen? Oh, I was thinking like Allen wrench. Even though this is a hex head screw, a T6 torx bit might fit it just barely, but it's a little too small. And there's a funny little thing with the way torx bits are formed. They taper narrower towards the end. So what you actually need to do is you need to grind back a tiny, tiny bit till you get to something that's a bit larger than a standard T6 torx bit. If you have a belt sander, or maybe even a Dremel tool, this will literally take you seconds. Like, I just turned on my belt sander and went, touch, touch, done. But you could do it with sandpaper. And just take a little bit off and check to see if it fits without too much slop. And that's really it. I mean, it's a pretty simple operation. And there we go. There's... Come on, fall out. Oh, I got the other one. There we go. Now, that worked for me. Obviously, if we're dealing with some sort of outer spec screws that are floating around in the marketplace, might not work for you. But it's definitely something to try. If, by the way, if you don't have a set of torx bits for working with knives, you probably should anyhow if you're a knife collector. But if you want also just a cheap T6 torx bit to try this on, I have a Harbor Freight in town. It's like a discount tools and hardware store, and you can go in there. You can pick up a little set of like 6 torx bits for $2 or $3. Experiment on one of those, see if you get something that works for you. I don't know what's up with this, it worries me a little, but I thought it was at least good to know that there is a solution out there, at least one that worked for me. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and remember where your knife is.